Right, so we were going to get our spine back, I believe, with the auto dock. I don't know where that is though. I want my spine back. Where is it? Use the sync auto dock to retrieve your original. Confront client and the think tank. I think they're all in the same place. Yeah, none of that's in here. Let's just have a quick look around. There might be something. Ooh, look at this. Look at what we have here. We have flour, mentats, everything we could possibly want. Microfusion cells. Some med-X. I'll have some of that. And we have the LAER. We've already got 2 of those, so we don't really need any more, but hey. I'm gonna take it anyway.
When I was a kid, Dad told me the legend of Dead-Eye Cedric. Cedric had lost both eyes, but he could hit a bottle cap in midair with his hunting rifle.
Cool story, bro. It's like, does that story have a proper ending? Bit of money. That's not bad. Not bad. Little. What's this one like? Not bad bit of loot there. Lots and lots of drained microfusion cells. Does he use those as a power source? Perhaps. Microfusion cells, maybe. I wonder if they mean like. I wonder what kind of fusion is. Nuclear fusion? Psycho! I don't really fancy looting all these because it's usually cartons of cigarettes and other such junk. Yeah, and the occasional nuclear cola, but I'm not gonna loot all that. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done here. I'm just gonna try talking to the fella one more time. Make sure we haven't missed any potential dialogue options. We have Dr. Mobius's glove as well. That's pretty cool. What does it do? What does Dr. Mobius's glove do? This is before he became a brain. It's not showing up here, actually. Huh. Is it a weapon, perhaps? Yes, it is. It's critical hit frenzy energy weapon, so it's an energy one. We gotta use that. So it does some kind of energy punch, it seems. Where did he go? Ah, there you are. He's wondering where your glove went. I got your glove, mate.
Oh, I see you and your brain reached a compromise. How pleasant. I hypothesize after the indignant frequencies my receptors had recepted, such a partnership-based conclusion would be low on the likely scale.
What should we answer with? My brain told me think tank needs to be stopped. Can you help? I can't fix your monitor, but you're getting... If you're getting ghost reception, I can fix that. Yeah, we should fix that for him.
The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon mentats break.
Think I'm gonna kill you after all. You don't seem aggressive. Why broadcast threats to the think tank?
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
I'm curious about some things.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Or maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
Why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Why is that a problem?
I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do. Even if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is especially important. Well, I find
My brain told me think tank needs to be stopped. Can you help?
if I recall, I had a plan that was working, whatever it was. I don't think it reached fruition. I would recall fruit if it had happened. I wasn't trying to kill them, just keep them out of trouble. What was that plan? Blast. I probably wrote it down on the floor somewhere.
Any tactics I could use against the think tank, maybe?
That will be difficult. It would be like fighting 5 scaled-down versions of me that have better depth perception. And they have an arsenal of vivisectors, brainial beams, and a rather nasty ray that can make your atoms do a happy dance. If you could survive those highly improbable odds and ends, then deceasing them is definitely an option. Although I doubt killing them would do anything except make you feel better. Or let you brag to other humans about your primal violentness.
So what was the plan you had?
Something ingenious and needlessly complicated, I expect. I may have already told you and forgotten it. I forgot I had forgotten pencils until one day I found one. Spent days studying its purpose before my memory circuit kicked in. Felt quite silly.
Quite silly. Anything I could do to stop them that doesn't require violence?
Well, you could try and appeal to their humanity. That's a tired cliche. And really, when they were humans, they weren't very good humans.
Any suggestions on how to make them change their minds?
Well, there's many things they have forgotten, sitting in their bowls. Friendship, the thrill of discovery. Love, masturbation, the usual. Much like your brain, I am certain there is something you can spark within each of them. Memories, hormones. A wise man once said, "The eyes do more than see. Make them see, if you can. Or, if not, you can always make them succumb to fear." It certainly worked for me, for a time. Then you came along, and bravery and/or desperation trumped that little idea. Back to the drawing board, I suppose. Or is this the end? Hard to tell.
Scare them how?
Oh, tell them I'm still alive. We had a nice chat and we agree on a few things. That's true, isn't it? Or you could kill me and lie about it. Either way, it would be interesting. And if you are partial to lying and deception, well, you could tell them a ludicrous lie. The more over the top, the better. That's my experience. They're more than a little gullible. Better make it convincing, though. Or it'll be the dissection table and vivisectors for you. And if you speak of me, please try and make me look good. I am Dr. Mobius, after all, not some lab assistant teacher's aide.
Fair enough. Can you tell me about your roboscorpions?
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts.
What the hell? Wait, sounds like you built the roboscorpions, issued threats to keep the think tank occupied.
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the reasons better than I do.
Everything you've told me doesn't add up. Your plan, even your name, Mobius.
Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. This name's as real as you or I, although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming.
You reprogram their names as part of a recursion loop. What, to trap their processes?
Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then...
A recursion loop is designed to prevent the flow of information, so...
The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan 9s in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. They're probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here, or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan 9s in case the 7s fail.
Yeah, so it's like an Easter egg for Plan 9 from outer space. Klein, Mobius, here is a circle, 8 is an infinity symbol. They're all loops, I get it.
Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time, and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quiet professional.
Quiet professional? What kind of asshole does a thing to his friends? Yeah, I was kind of thinking that, but he had his reasons. Minor detail, but a snake devouring its own tail is Ouroboros, not Ouroboros.
Really? It is so unlike me to make an error in anything I do.
If you lobotomize the think tank, why terrorize them?
Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
But there must have been other signs of a larger world.
There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts.
Yeah, it's funny how they cram so much dialogue in this guy right at the end. You don't kind of find it on a slow reveal, like with clues or whatever. They just punched it in, all the dialogue at the end. So it's going to be a very dialogue-heavy video, guys. So I apologize, but wow, they just decided to shoehorn all the dialogue in at the end, it seems. But anyway, it's fun to listen to. What should we do? Cranial injury? Yeah, it could have been the gunshot, yeah. Yeah, we'll go with guns. The only wrinkle is the one that put a bullet going into my brain pan.
Yes, very good. I should have mentats ingest you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the auto dock in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem, and the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed. If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial selves into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation...
Klein said they had the idea to get the 3 technologies after your broadcast. Coincidence?
I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth. My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly.
And what are the... There's so many dialogue options, it's insane. What's the purpose of these technologies?
The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit? Why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer. In short, brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things.
Yeah.
They had them all the time in the story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either.
Talking about Alice, no. Talking about Wizard of Oz, yeah. It wasn't a spine. Was there any other data transmitted in your threat broadcast?
Yes, my overly aggressive cammed up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program. Oh, and the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them. You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so.
More flattery. We get a lot of flattery right now. Let's see. But Think Tank downloaded the schematics, not the item. They can rebuild them.
Oh, that means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried.
That's true. That's pretty much it.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
So we've got equations on the floor. I haven't seen any. I think I saw some, didn't I? But yeah, it looks like we're done here. I don't think there's anything else to do. Looks like he's quite content to stay there. So we shall head back. And have our powwow with the think tank. Hopefully we got time to talk to them as well. Although goodness knows, you know, the dialogue's been huge so far, so maybe it will be again. I like the glove. I'm not sure how much damage it does. I think I read like it wasn't that much, but I still like it a lot. Let's get out of here. I better ride X there. Right away. And first aid kit. Dirty water and an empty syringe. Wow. So if we get it wrong with this confrontation, we're gonna be diced up and obliterized and all that good stuff. So we better make sure. I don't know if I'm comfortable lying to them, but we need to figure out something. You know, a lot of you, well, some of you are saying that I should make peace with all of them, but I wonder if that's entirely possible. I'm not sure. Let's hope it is. Because it would be nice if they all made peace and kind of chose to stay where they were, but I have a feeling that they'll want to leave and we'll have to kill them. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll find out.
Might I be of service, sir? Very.
Where'd you put those tapes anyway? We've never got a chance to put many tapes and
If
stuff.
sir would press sir's spinal area against my primary instrument panel, I might vibrate at a soothing frequency.
Okay. Was it here? No, that's the book. Shoot. Backup holotapes. Where do we put the holotapes? I don't know. Activate. Oh, here we are. Here's our tank with all our stuff in. Yeah. This is your original heart. Your new heart seems to be working just fine, however. Thanks to information imparted by your own brain, oddly enough, you're not able to put in your original heart back in. I don't know. What benefit is it to get my original heart and stuff? I don't know. I just kind of wanted my original brain back. I'm not too bothered with the heart and stuff. Let me know in the comments if you want me to go grab it.
You're my best friend forever.
Oh. This suit's starting to grow on me. Ah, we have a safe. Nothing in it. Hey, Muggy. Yeah, personalities. Where the hell did we put... I've forgotten where we put the personalities now. Is it in here? No? Where the hell did they go?
Might I be of service, sir?
Yeah, I wanna... Yeah.
Indeed, sir. If so, however, if sir is determined to inflict upon sir's self their dubious services, the other module... Tragically, the core of... Once... However, sir will still be required to locate and install a backup holotape to access their functionality. Indubit...
But... where do I install them? It says insert the tape. Are they under miscellaneous, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I mean, I remember we got a good few. Like we got the jukebox. We definitely got the jukebox stuff. So how do I use the damn thing? So yeah, I mean, we definitely found a couple of them. And we should be able to install them here, but it doesn't give me the option. Rotten swine.
Very...
So yeah.
Might I be of service, sir?
I don't know why it's not giving me the option. Maybe we didn't find any tapes. I thought we did though. We can sell some stuff. I have so much stuff. He's got so much caps. Though I don't have that much to sell, it seems. Though I do get a lot of weapons. Brass knuckles and the like. Brush gun. Bunch of frag mines. Hunting revolver, we don't really need that. We don't need all these lair. That'll give me a good amount of money. Excellent. Those things are expensive. Wow. I'll take those caps. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to leave it, unfortunately. I wanted to see the other personalities, but it's oh, the wine one off. Okay. It's not giving me I remember you do need to plug them in here, so apparently I'm over encumbered still, so I'm gonna sell a few more things. But yeah, you're supposed to be able to plug them in here. But it's not letting me for some reason, so oh well. It's gonna be that way. Nothing else I've got that's heavy. It's a brush gun. I have so many guns, but I don't want to part with many of them because they're so good. Yeah, plasma pistol. I don't need that. X2 antenna. We don't need that. We really don't need that. Okay, let's go talk to the think tank.
Some of the older fiends would make great research cases. I think they've managed to preserve their organs with all the chemicals they've ingested.
Dr. Kleiner waits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. I guess we're ready. Ah, I gotta face them all, eh? Let's talk to Boris first.
Klein awaits. Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animalogy, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
Ah, so he's responsible, eh?
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain to preserve DNA and for observation.
Contained a big mountain? Those things are all over the Mojave.
No, such creatures are found only here, for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding.
I don't think they're sterile, they breed alright.
I cannot expect a labot.
Yeah.
Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power.
Huh. You don't smack too. Go ahead, it might make me more fertile and impregnate you.
Impregnate you? What? Do you want to make me vomit inside my tank? The mere notion makes the edges of my biomed gel crystallize into asymmetrical patterns.
You don't seem to have a grasp on your own research.
Nonsense! That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try.
Okay. Alright, when did you create the cazadores?
In 2000, let's see, carry the 3, then count backwards from the Great Static, or beyond. There were the tarantula debates, and something about hawks, which made it around 2003, May, Tuesday. It was definitely Tuesday. Why are we even debating?
I don't
What
know.
you ask is of no importance. Mobius besieges us. There are more important things to worry about than data and... Until next...
Yeah, is it even worth talking to all these guys? I don't know. Let's talk to Dr. Darla.
You should really see Dr. Klein. We're all awaiting the results of your experiment.
Time to be a lady killer. Maybe. For lols. It seems you have more biological needs than your counterparts.
What? Nonsense.
Coming out of her shell. What would be hot here?
What? What are you doing? Stop it. Why? Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography? Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts. All that skin and muscle and tissue. Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago.
You can come back anytime and just breathe if you want.
Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my jaw might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Woo. Woo. Purple, purple, woo. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Purple. Ba, ba, bloop. Ba, ba.
Oh.
Bloop. Whew. Last little bit there. Thank you, lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now. Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Klein's an impatient man. Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna.
don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me.
Are you sure? I'm a good listener. I got ears for it.
Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics. Okay, so my name is an O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
If they kept confusing a letter with a number, your name is Dr. Zero.
Yes, thank you. Zero. I am zero. How hard is that? A narrow, thin zero.
Alright, you want me to call you Zero or?
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, all right? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves.
Fair enough.
Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow. So when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
So we're getting some fantastic XP for these side quests. So I'm just gonna keep doing them, and then we'll have the showdown. It may help if we've helped them out. So who knows? If you wanted to differentiate the O and the 0, just put a slash through the 0.
What?
0, draw a slash through it.
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless.
That's what makes it truly 0. And that's what makes you truly a 0.
Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. O is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in.
Well, there's power in 0. It reduces anything multiplied against it to 0.
Well, of course it does. That's the most lethal of mathematics. That's pretty cool, actually. Destroyer of numbers. I already wreck every robot I study. Why not basic arithmetic? I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. The make a 0 and all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
So, 0, got any amazing discoveries to share?
You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries, well, of course. Look at this. Just, built it. Amazing, isn't it?
Scrap electronics. It certainly is interesting, whatever it was.
You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, that would be welcome. Until our next schedule.
I don't need money. Alright, so we've pretty much talked to everyone, I think. Talked to 8? We already helped him out, I think, so. Good to see you, 8. And any new discoveries today? Alright, let's talk to Klein and get it over with. See if we're going to be fighting or not.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
I found my brain, and now you and I are gonna settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
Yeah, I've got no decent dialogue options for some reason. I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
Let's see. Looks like we're gonna have to lie. You think I am the lobotomite? No, for my skull houses the brain of Mobius.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Nothing is impossible for science. Mesons, lasers, atoms, brainwaves are all at my command.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice. It is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
I offer a deal. Stay here, stay put, and I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
I will permit you to do this for me.
Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
All right. Huh. We can now leave the think tank, apparently. Okay. Wow, just like that, eh? Oh. This is so weird. There's a lot of dialogue, though, so I guess, wow. Anyway, let's leave the...
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it, and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
Although, truth be told, the courier had barely explored the crater in an attempt to rush through and be done with the whole thing. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink was strangely silent, which it had never been in previous years. The lack of personality modules made the base lifeless and sterile.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
Hooray!
The infiltration program in X-13 continued to scan for the subject and the stealth suit prototype long after the test was over. Frustrated and unable to find its lost technology, X-13 expanded its network of laser tripwires, sensors, and robo-brains out across Big Mountain. This glittering blue light beam forest cleanly bisected anything that entered its depths, slicing them into small segmented parts for easy disposal.
Lovely.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past, they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
You've lost the brainless perk. You've gained the brainless perk. Big brain perk. Your brain is now back in your body and some of the advanced technologies remain. Your head still cannot be crippled and you are only 10% more resistant to addiction now. Surprisingly, your damage threshold is improved by 10%. You've acquired Big Mountain Transportal Ponder. Yeah. It's capable of transporting you and you alone between Mojave and Wasteland and Big MT. To return to Mojave or go back to the BMT from Mojave, simply equip your transporter ponder as you would any weapon, pull the trigger and away you'll go. Not that this won't work in interiors or combat situations, and it's totally incapable of harming your enemies.
Huzzah, sir! Huzzah! Huzzah, sir!
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we leveled up. Sweet. We got a lot of hundreds now. I don't know what to put stuff in anymore. We do need more points and explosives. And possibly sneak, possibly barter. I don't know. Let's go medicine 100. And a point in sneak. I'll do for now. Let's increase our strength so I can carry more shit. So anyway, so there was my results of the choices I made, and I thought it turned out pretty good. Why they decided to show Sunny Smiles instead of me, beautiful me, they decided to put Sunny Smiles there instead. Why they did that, I don't know, but that's what they chose to do.
Rad scorpions that can get as big as a trailer.
Yeah.
Ew, that gives me the creeps just thinking of it.
I mean, we look awesome, so I don't know why they didn't feature us, but for some reason they didn't. Well, whatever. So I guess we just go outside and then use the weapon, and then we can leave, presumably. Let's give it a try. We can always come back at any time, so we can always polish off the quests here that we haven't done. Yeah, there's the transporter ponder thing. Yeah. What does it look like? Ah, looks like a gun, doesn't it? But yeah,
Who
we
do
can
you
come
think
back
is
here.
cuter, Dr. Klein or Dr. Boros?
I don't know. They're both equally hideous. Brains in jars, what can I say? But yeah, I thought it turned out quite well. They all decided to work together and everything ended kind of peacefully. So that's what I wanted. Since our character is a rogue with a heart of gold, he's not a bad guy. You know, he's not a good guy, he's not a bad guy. He does steal stuff when he needs to. And all that good stuff. But yeah, let's use this thing and head back to Mojave. Good old Mojave Desert. I don't know where it's going to put us. Maybe where we left off. Yep. Exactly where we left off. With this satellite. I'm still not sure how the satellite transported us there, but hey. We are back. Oh, it feels good to be back. It really does. Really, I would have liked these expansions to be like part of the desert. Like you don't have to go back and forth. That would have been really awesome. I like seamlessness. So this kind of having them in an instance kind of sucks. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this the Old World Blues expansion. I know I did. I really enjoyed the dialogue, at least. Some of the quests are a bit repetitive, and they kept wanting you to do the same stuff. Some lazy bits in there, basically, that kind of spoiled it.
This one looks pretty tough.
No, he doesn't. He really doesn't. He's not tough at all. It's just mole rats. I'm just shooting them for fun.
Fighting over.
But yeah, I would have liked to seen a bit more like, I don't know, originalness and more story-driven questing, because half the story was in the dialogue, and that's nothing wrong with that. But I prefer like at least half to be in the actual quests, and there wasn't enough of that. But apart from that, the dialogue was really funny. You know, I was really quite awesome characters for being brains in jars. Hats off to the writers on that. But yeah, they just felt like it could do with a bit more, which is kind of the same with all the expansions so far. They got really good reviews. People really love them. I mean, I like them, but I wouldn't say I love them. They're good, but they just could have been so much more, and they weren't. So that's just me. It's hard to please, I guess. I don't know. And let me know in the comments if you feel the same. I know some of you have been writing in the comments that you didn't like certain bits about this expansion and stuff, and you know, you kind of feel the same way. So let me know. It's always good to know other people have the same kind of opinions, you know. Because quite often I feel alone in being a bit critical of stuff. People seem to be very, very forgiving of stuff, and it's like, well, I paid good money for this.
Steady.
Oh, look who's come to try and come and interrupt my outro. We're going to have to lay down the smack on these guys somehow. Have I done away with all my big guns? There we go, and let's have some fun, shall we? Boom! Boom! Oh, man. There goes your leg. I love Annabelle. Good old Annabelle. When you don't feel like fighting, Annabelle every time. Oh no. He's fine. That's one great thing about invulnerable companions. You don't need to hold back. Good old Legion Daenerys, I'll be using that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this expansion, guys. I will be playing the next one in the series. I can't remember what it is, but I will be playing it. Be honest with you guys, I can't remember all the expansions, but the next one's going to be pretty good. I remember from when I read it. So it's going to be pretty good. And don't despair, after the last expansion, I will be doing mods and modded quests and stuff. So we'll continue our plays through the Mojave Desert and beyond. And we shall continue until the next Fallout comes out. And of course, indeed, the next Elder Scrolls game as well. So until those come out, we'll be playing these old games and enjoying what the modding community has to offer, which are pretty much endless quests and adventures. So anyway, stay tuned for that, guys. Till next time.